Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please confirm the audio and the video. Good evening, Vishal. Good evening, Ayush. Karan. So today we are going to have this live session, free live session. In fact, as you know, we provide for students always. We provide free sessions, just to know that how we do in live classes and all that. So it will help you understanding the pattern of IFT, XAT, and other OMET exams. Okay, so we have few sets. Okay, we have few sets, and we are going to discuss those sets. I'll giving you some time on each set or maybe each question. Okay, so as per you know, in IFT and XAT, on both the topics, DI is the main priority. LR is a little bit lesser priority. But in case of IIFT, you will see that even though DI sets are a little bit lengthy, you will see sometimes multi graphs, okay, like bar graph and pie chart mixed, or bar graph, line graph mixed. You will see fewer LR sets. But even then, LR sets are little bit lesser time taking than DI sets because of the calculation. But if you are confident on your calculation, then you should definitely try those DI sets, check previous year questions and practice those. Okay. Yes. Okay. It was lagging, but I think it's okay now, right? Vineet CAT 23 live classes will start in January. Okay. So you can talk to the iQuanta customer support for the exact date. All right. So guys, are you ready? Shall we start? You can share this link with your friends, family. It's lagging. Shivam, for DI for that, we have 7 mocks, and for IFT we have 5 mocks. So you can attend those. All right. And no, in that there is no LR based questions. It's mostly DI questions based on quant and a little bit of reasoning, of course. Okay, mostly based on algebra or time speed distance. Okay, so you can go for the iQuanta course if you want to prepare for these exams. I know very little time are left, but we will make sure that you are getting enough practice for those questions. All right. So let's start with our first set. All right, ready? We have lost some time because of the lagging. Okay, let's try this question. Ritik, we are not talking about cat right now. You have lots of sources where you can talk about cat. Okay, you can ask these questions in the public group. Okay, Shivam, apart from PYQs, as I said, you will get mocks based on XAT and IIFT and OMIT. So just read this set. Okay, take your time. I will give you 3-4 minutes. Just try to understand this set, try to read the question. Then we will solve these questions one by one. Just get an idea, okay, that what this set is about, what type of questions can be asked based on the given information. All right. Okay, so we are going to solve each question one by one. But before that, as you can see, there are two pie chart here, and in IFTs you will see there is one or two sets, okay, which has like multiple graphs. Even though last year when I was writing IFT, so it was not very good services provided by the centers. Okay, some messy mouse. Okay, and not very good updated computer or something. So I was struggling a bit while zooming in and zooming out. So whenever you get multi graphs, okay, so try to attempt it later because it will take lots of time to scrolling up and scrolling down. Or if you see any zoom in zoom out option, then use the zoom in zoom out option and zoom in and try to zoom out basically, and try to take the graph in one frame so that you can solve the question one by one. All right, just like this one. So I hope you got an idea about this set. So what does it say? It says study the following information carefully and answer the given questions. The pie charts given below depict the percentage production breakup of four crops, which is maize, corn, soybean and wheat in the world and USA respectively. So this is for world, this is for USA. Let's say assume that the total world production of these crops in a given year is 160 million. So for all these total production is 160 million. So you can find out each value if required. If required. Now let's see the questions. It says given that USA accounts for 20% of the total production of soybean in the world, then what percentages of the total food crops production of the world is accounted by USA? What do we know? That in USA, production of soybean is 25% of total, right? So let's say if this value is X, so we can say that 25% of X will be equal to, now see, we don't even need this value. Let's say this is Y, just for reference. It's given 160 million, but we won't need this. So just for reference, I am taking Y. So 25% of X is 20%. So 20% of what is the production of soybean in whole world? It's 35%. So 20% of 35% of Y. Right. What do we want? We want then what percentage of the total food crops production of the world is accounted by USA? What we want is X upon Y, right? USA is what percent of world? So X upon Y into 100. This is what we want. So if we discard this, you can take this 5 into 5, 4 into 5, and this is 7. So we can say that if you write it down, X by Y, okay, this will give us 28 upon 100, right? 4 into 7 and this percentage. So how much percent? Basically, this is 28%. Required percentage will be, if you want to find percentage from fraction, we will get 28%, which is C is the answer. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. It was an easy question. Let's move on to the next question. It says, assume that the total production of maize in USA is 3 million tons. In USA, we already know of the total production of food crops in the world accounted by USA. So you can see, if we say this is, once again, if this is X, okay, so 40%, we can say 40% of X is equal to 3 million, right? We can say X is equal to, what is 40%? Is 2 by 5, right? What is 40%? It's 2 by 5. Can we say this will become 3 into 5 by 2, which is equal to 7.5 million. This is the total production of these crops by USA. So what will be the percentage of USA with respect to whole world? We can say required percentage is 7.5 upon 160 into 100. Now you can see, you don't need to calculate it exactly as all the 4 options here, and there is none of these. If you want to calculate it in faster way, so 10% of 160 will be what? Not 10%. Yeah, 10% will be 16. 1% of 160 will be 1.6. 4% of 160 will be 6.4, and 5% of 160 will be 8. Can we say our value is 7.5? It must be between 4 and 5. So we will avoid the unnecessary calculation, and we can say it's 4.68%, right? We don't need to do the exact calculation. You can definitely avoid this calculation here. So this is what you can use in most of the questions, in most of the answers. I will tell you, these options are very, very close. These are not differentiated by a big amount. Okay. So these options are already very close. But if you follow this method, whenever you are trying to find the percentage value, this will help you a lot. 10%, 1% concept. Okay. We will see more tricks like this while solving. It says the ratio of production of wheat in USC and ROW is 1:6. Then what percentage of total food crop production of the ROW is accounted by wheat? This is very, very interesting question. If you see, wheat percentage production is 15% in USA, 15% is whole world. So can we say, even if we remove 15%, see, even if we remove 15% of USA, so left part, rest of the world will have still 15% of wheat. Getting my point? You don't need to do anything. Even this ratio doesn't matter. ये रेशियो कुछ भी होता उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. See, it's very, very basic. We already have the answer 15%. What I'm trying to say, let's say there is a number 100. Okay. there is a number, not 100, let's say there is a number 70, there is a number 10, and there is a number 60. If you talk about 15%, okay, 15% of 70 will be 10.5, 15% of 10 will be 1.5. What's left? 9. What's left after this minus this? 9. Can we say 9 is nothing but 15% of this? So this is what we have here, right? In USA, wheat production is 15%. In world production, wheat percentage is total 15%. So rest of the world, it will also have 15%. Now tell me, क्या आंसर अलग होता अगर यहां 1:6 की जगह 6:1 होता? तो क्या होता आंसर? Would the answer be same or different? क्या होता है आंसर अगर 1:6 की जगह 6:1 होता? सेम होता, डिफरेंट होता? सेम होता, एकदम सेम होता, क्योंकि यहां पे भी 15 है, यहां पे भी 15 है. सो अगर आप ब्रेक भी करो तो उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. तो दिस इज बेसिकली अ 5 to 10 सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, 5 to 10 सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, नॉट मोर देन दैट. All right. In this question, it says if USA produces 20% lesser corn than ROW, 20% lesser corn than ROW, find the production of soybean in USA. Now, I would like to see how do you solve this question. Okay. So first try to solve this question, then I will discuss this. Shadow, it's given. I have also given the example of taking 1:6. If this is USA, this will be rest of the world, then this will be whole world. 1:6 ratio. This is 10, this is 60. This is the wheat in USA, this is wheat production in whole world. What's left? This minus this will be 9, and this is 60. Still it's 15%. But we don't need to do this. We only need to do this when percentages are different. Still you can use this method. You don't need to use the actual value. Okay, try this question now. All right, चलो अब सॉल्व करते हैं इसे. It says if USA produces 20% lesser corn than ROW. So what do we know about this? 20% means 1 by 5. We had discussed earlier in DI classes that how important it is to know the conversion. So if I take USA and if I take ROW, can we say if 20% less means if ROW total production is 5x, USA production will be 4x and whole world production will be 9x. 5x plus 4x 9x means what's the ratio of USA and world is 4:9. That's it. Find the production of soybean in USA. So USA, what is USA? Soybean is 25%. So we can say soybean in USA will be 25% of 4 by 9 of whole world, which is 160. This will be the answer. So 25% is nothing but 1 by 4. 4 cancel out. 16 by 160 by 9, which is 17.77 actually, but the closest answer is 17.75 million tons. Okay. So is this how we solved it, everyone? Or did you find the whole production of soybean in the world, then rest of the world and all that? Board is visible, right? Abhishek, it's given in the question that USA produces 20% lesser corn than ROW. One second. Little bit confusion here. So it's about corn, right? It's about corn, not. So if rest of the world produces 5x, then it's 1 by 5 lesser. So USA produces 4x. The whole world produces 9x. So the ratio will be 9:4. So what is the corn produces by USA? USA produces corn 20%, right? So 20% of 4x divided by, in whole world, the corn is produced 20%. See, this is also 20% once again. So 20% of 9x. This will be same 4x. 20% of USA upon 20% of whole world. This is 4x upon 9x. So from here you can see that this will be cancelled out and the ratio, the total production ratio of USA upon whole world will be 4 by 9. Okay. Now you can use the previous equation that we used. What does it say? Soybean. So soybean in whole world will be equal to, not whole world, in USA only. So it's 25% of USA production is 4 by 9 of whole world. So 4 by 9 into 160. Okay. Now it should be clear. So we know this is 1 by 4, 4 cancelled out. This value is 17.77 approx. So our answer is okay. Now we are going to move to our next set. All right. So I hope all of this is clear to you guys. Okay, so let's try to read this set, then we will solve all the questions one by one. Okay, I'll be giving some time to attempt each question and then I will discuss it. Okay, so that you can compare your method and my method and you get to learn something if there is something to learn. Okay, so try to understand this set. Okay, so read this one. Let's try to understand. It says the table given below gives the production, consumption, and export details of 10 products of Timbuktu Island. All that is produced is either consumed or exported. All right. Now, if production of any product is falling short of consumption and export together. So, if total production is lesser than consumption plus export, that means some rest of the product is exported. The rest of the difference is exported. Okay. So there are no shortage storage facility in the island. So definitely everything is being consumed or exported. Now, table is big, right? Table is big. So let's not try to read it right now. We will try to solve one question at a time. So try this one, then I will discuss it. You have 2 minutes. Okay, let's see. It says for which of the following product codes the difference between average production, it should have been average production, and average consumption is the least. Average production and average consumption is the least. Now, let's see for code 105, what is the average production? So 650 plus 450, 1100 plus 580, 1680, 1680 by 3, it will be 560. And average consumption 500. So what we need to take is the absolute difference between these two. This will be 60. Now in case of 106, 700, 400 and 450, 1550, which is 1550 is up by 3 will be 516 point something, 516.66 minus This is 500. So this will be 16.66 and 107. So it's 1450. 1450 by 3 will be how much? So it will be 400 and let's say 250 by 3, 83.33. 1450, 1420 will be, what is the multiple? Next 1440 will give us 480, right? So 483. 483.33 minus, how much is this? So 600, 700, 1300, 1460 and 73. So 1533, right? 1533 by 3. 1533 by 3. 511. So definitely this value is greater than this value. So we don't need to calculate it. Now 109. This will be 480, 401, 480. So it will be 881 plus 199. So put 1 there. 200 plus 4, 880. So 1080 by 3. 360 minus, how much is this? 480 plus 500, 980 plus 17. It will be 997. 999 by 3 is 333. So it's little bit lesser than 333. Still difference is greater than this. So our answer is B, 106. So you can see, if you do the calculation carefully, these questions are kind of easy questions, and that what you need to do, that is what you need to do in the exams also. Now try this one. For which of the following product codes exports as a percentage of production is highest in any year? A lot of calculation in this one. Let's try to see if we can avoid this. I'll say lots of calculations. So you need to know some good methods, some good approximation method to find the percentage value as quickly as possible and to avoid unnecessary calculation. So that's why first try this, then I will discuss. Okay, so let's see what does it say. It says, for which of the following product codes exports as a percentage of production is highest in any year? So for each product codes, which is 103, then 107, 108 and 109. we need to find that in a particular year, export is what percentage of total production. We need to find the maximum, right? Highest in any year. So how do we do this? See, in 2010, in 2000, product code 103, in 2010, export is 199 and production is 399. So let's make it 200 and this is 400. So this will be 50% approx. Okay. Now we need to check very carefully that if any value looks greater than 50%, then only we will go for it. Otherwise, we will avoid it. So 250, 801, definitely lesser than 50%. 50, 390, definitely lesser than 50%. Now see in this one, 190, 750. We don't need to calculate 102, 400, 150 and 300. Yes, this is once again 50%. But you can see last time we had 199 upon 399 and in this case we have 150 upon 300. Now think about this, which value is bigger. Till then let's see the later values. So 92, 370, not close to 50%. This one is also not close to 50%. 290 and 420. 219 upon 420. So this value is definitely greater than 50%. So these two is discarded. These two are discarded. Now in the case of 109, 280, 401. Again, this value is very much close, not 280, not 280, 201. 201 upon 401, very close to 50%. But we already have close to more than 50%. 48 upon 199, 200 upon 480. Doesn't matter. So we have a winner, which is this value. Where did we find it? 219 upon 420. So 108. Answer is B, 108 in 2012. Okay. So just keep taking the benchmark value. What do we call it? We call it benchmark value. Whenever you are calculating lots of fractions, so take a benchmark value from one row or one column and then keep moving faster, okay, in full speed. Don't try to calculate each value. Whichever is closest, just keep writing them. Don't need to calculate even the close one. Once you have written down all the close ones, then you can determine that which one is bigger. And if you need to compare the ratio, then compare it. Okay. Let's go for the next question, which is this one. It says, for how many products there were no imports in any year? How many products there were no imports in any year? Pratiksha, yes, benchmark method is very good to avoid the calculations. Sometimes we will also need the ratio comparison method that I will discuss later whenever we require it. There are 5 or 6 methods to compare ratios. If you have 4 or 5 ratios, then how to compare and how to find the minimum or maximum. We will talk about those later if required. So I guess lots of calculations here, right? We need to add all the values and we need to check it. What do we do here? For how many products there were no imports in any year? You guys are saying that in each year we need imports. For how many products there were no imports in any year? Is that right? We don't. In every year we need import, right? 350, 480. Definitely consumption is greater than production, so we need import here, right? We need import here. So it says no imports. Okay. For how many products there were no imports in any year, so we don't need to check 101 later. 300, 537, nothing. 103, so 399, 200, 199, so it's equal. Till now it's equal, so we need to check other year also. 801 and 571 and 250. So 571 and 250, it will be greater than, it will be again greater than total production, so we need import. So let's cross it. Okay, in this case 104, 600, 375, 250. So sum of these two value is greater than 600, so let's cross it. 650, 700, only this, so let's cross it. Then this one 450, 400, 144, we will cross it. 750, 610, we will cross it. 730, 370, 462 and 92, again sum of consumption plus export is greater than production, so let's cross it. 401, we don't need to check the rest of the year, so again let's cross it. In this case also, so in most of the cases consumption is greater than production. In most of the cases consumption is greater than production, but in some cases we need to check when consumption is lesser than production, right? So even in any year consumption is greater than production, we can just cancel out this, so answer is 0, correct. Okay, let's try this one. What is the difference between the average exports of product codes 104 and 109 for all the 3 years? 104 and 109. The difference between average exports of the product codes. So it's a very direct question, right? Very direct question. We need to find the average of these three, and then we need to find the average of these three. Okay, so we can solve this in multiple ways. Just add all this and this, then divide it by, take the difference and divide it by 3. How much is this? Total is 250, 280 plus 100, 380 minus 2, 378, and this sum is 200, 401, so 449. What's the difference here? 49 and 22. See the difference. 49 plus 22 is 71, right? So 71 by 3. It's 23.6 units approx. A is the correct answer. So just keep your head cool and try to solve the set very carefully whenever you are attempting a set. Okay, this is the important part. Whenever you are attempting, whenever you have selected a set to solve in these exams, you need to make sure that you are not in a hurry. Okay, even in CAT, I have asked many times that you need to target, first you need to target solve one set. Okay, solve just one set, and then you should focus on other. Take your time, scan the sets, take your time 6 to 8 minutes. Even in CAT, if you take 6 to 8 minutes. Now I remember many of the students did not follow this, and they did not follow the correct strategy, and later they realized that they are getting only 2 or 3 questions correct in 40 minutes, or maybe 4 or 5. और तब फिर पता लगता है कि नहीं, ये आइडिया बुरा नहीं था, है ना, कि जैसा सज्जन सर ने बोला था कि कोई एक सेट अगर 20 मिनट भी लग जाए आराम से सॉल्व करो, तो 2 सेट तो 20 दूनी 40 मिनट में हो ही जाएंगे। तो जिनके भी मतलब 3-4 सही हुए हैं LRDI में, अगर आप सोचो कि अगर आप 2 ही सेट टारगेट करके चलते, एक सेट पे 20 मिनट बुरा नहीं था। कोई भी सेट कैट का ऐसा तो नहीं था कि 20 मिनट में ना हो अगर आपको दिया जाओ। टेल मी, कोई ऐसा सेट था क्या जिसमें 20 मिनट से ज़्यादा टाइम लग रहा था सॉल्व करने में? लाइक ठीक है, 1-2 सेट हमेशा होते ही है कैट में जो लीजेंडरी होते हैं, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट most of the sets were doable in 20 minutes. Even they were a little bit confusing, tricky or lengthy, but 20 minutes is not bad, right? Even if you solve one set, many of the students, even good ones, I saw that they are not getting 5 questions correct, which was like a little bit sad. But you should follow the strategy. Lavanya, you should always start with verbal, because you know clearly, very easy, no calculation. It keep your mind cool. Okay, or if you are very good in quant, you can start with quant. Okay, you should not start with LRDI, because sometimes even in DI where only calculation is given, a lot of time could be wasted there, and you won't even realize it unless you see the clock. Okay, so start either with quant or verbal. Quant is very straightforward in IFT. In that, it's a little bit on difficult side, but still with the scanning method you can solve some easy question. You can choose some easy questions and then go for the next section, whatever. But LRDI could be a tricky to start with. Yes, because you will think that you have this much time to solve all the sections, and you will waste 40-50 minutes solving 1 or 2 sets. Then you will realize that it was wrong strategy. All right, now we are going to solve a very interesting puzzle. Okay, very interesting puzzle based on calendars. Okay, which is a part of IFT, right? So let's try this one. Okay, let's see. It says in a department of a hospital, Amir, Sahil, Vaibhav and Gaurav are doctors, and each of them has a duty from 9 a.m. of day 1 to 9 a.m. of day 2 for 24 hours in the same order, one after the other. In the same order means on day 1, Amir is starting, then on day 2, Sahil is starting, then Vaibhav, then Gaurav. Then again, 5th day, Amir will start, 6th day, Sahil, 7th day, Vaibhav, and Gaurav will be on 8th day there. Okay, so it will be in cyclic order, a cycle of 4. So it says, for example, it says after each duty, the doctor gets an off for 3 days, including the day he is relieved from duty. Now, what does it say? It says, see, if we talk about Amir, Amir is starting on Monday. So, Monday to Tuesday, he will work. And there will be 3 days off. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday will be completely off. Then he will start on Saturday. It will be like this. On Monday to Tuesday, he is working. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, he will be on leave. And then he will start again on Friday. So it's a cyclicity of 4. Very, very simple concept, nothing else. And this rotation will go on. So you can see each one will be coming to hospital on every 4th day after he is done. So if 10th July 2020 Gaurav was on duty, who will be on duty on 26th September 2020? So see, 10th July 2020 it was Gaurav. Who will be there on 11th? Can we say on 11th it will be Amir? So can we say 11th is the first day? The cyclicity is starting from Amir. So let's see how many days between these two dates from this to this. So in July we will have 21 days. In August we will have 31 days. And in September there is 26 days, right? So if you add all this, we get 52 plus 26. It will be 78. So 78 is nothing but 76 plus 2. 76 is what? Multiple of 4. So in 76 days, everything will be neutral. Means on 76 days from here, Gaurav will be working. On the next day, Amir will work. Then on the second day, Sahil will work. So our answer is B, which is Sahil. Not A. Guys, not A. It's B. Answer is Sahil. Check this. If we have 4 days, after 10th July, if we have 4 days, so 4th person will be working, who is Gaurav. If we have 5 days, then first person will be working, who is Amir. If we have 6 days, then second person will be working, who is Sahil. So similarly, in 78 days, it will be second person working in the order, which is Sahil. Now, it says if on 14th February 2020, Sahil was on duty, not good for Sahil, then who did the maximum number of duties in that month? 14th February 2020, right? Who was on duty? Sahil. Then who did the maximum number of duties in that month? So see, Sahil is second, right? Sahil is second in the order. So if you check, 14 is equal to 4 into 3 plus 2. So is this 2 days Amir and Sahil is working. Amir and Sahil is working. Means can we say that 3 times cyclicity of 3 is done. 3 times they have worked already. So it will be like Amir, Sahil, Vaibhav and Gaurav. 3 times they have done their duties, then 2 days. So on 14th day, Sahil is working. So can we say in February 2020, there will be 29 days. There will be 29 9 days. So in 28 days, all person will be working for 7 days exactly, right? Everyone will be working for 7 days exactly, but there is one odd day, one extra day. So that's why Amir will be working on that day. So total 5 days, which is maximum for anyone. Not five, 8 days, which is maximum for Amir will be working for 8 days. Rest of them will be working for 7 days. Calendar is a very interesting concept and topic. Some very good questions you will see on calendars if you search for the questions. Very good, very logical questions. All right. Okay. Now let's solve one set based on circular arrangement. Now, as of you know, circular arrangement is not very popular in CAT, but in rest of the year it's very popular. Okay. Ritik, for leap year it's very easy. Number should be multiple of 4 or 100 or 400. If a number is multiple of 4 and 100 and 400, it's a leap year. Okay. If a number is a multiple of 400 but not a multiple of 400, it won't be a leap year. If a number is multiple of 4 but it's not a multiple of 100 or 400, then it will be a leap year. This is the concept of leap year. So 2020 falls into this category. That's why it's a leap year. Okay. That's why it will have 29 days. And if a year not a multiple of this, then it won't be a leap year. Yoga, no, that is more focused on business math, which is basically data interpretation. So you will see quant based data interpretation in that and lesser logical reasoning based. Okay, this is the whole set. Okay, so I'll give you a little time so that you can understand it. Just read the step, then we will discuss it. प्राची सेक्शन वाइज कट ऑफ जो है वो काफ़ी कम जाते हैं. So if you talk about LRDI, the cutoff is very much close to 18 to 20 marks, and in quant it's very much close to 14 to 15 marks. So even if you do like 5 to 6 question with 100% accuracy, so it's you can say that it's safe. All right. So out of 30 questions, you should, in all the section, you should go for the scanning and just try to solve 5 to 6 question in all the section as soon as possible. Just try to find all the easiest question. Okay, don't even waste the time, don't even stop or pause for a second. Just see, look and solve type question. Just look for those questions which you can solve very quickly, that strikes uh, as soon as you see those questions. Even in LRDI, you should not go for more than 2 sets at a time. Solve the 2 sets, solve 5 to 6 question in quant, solve 5 to 6 question in verbal, then go for the rest, whichever you feel you can do better. You have seen some question. All right. Okay, guys, let's solve these questions together, right? It says on a given day, 4 married, it says in an ICU with a capacity of 8 patients due to COVID-19, beds were arranged in a circular pattern. Thus, now at a time, 8 patients can be accommodated. As a basic measure, patients are administered with an IV fluid replacement, which as per medical guidelines is 25 to 30 ml per kg per day. Per kg means kg is weight of the person. So a senior doctor explained to a new intern the amount of IV fluid replacement for each patient, but the intern mixes up the doses, which happens usually everywhere with the intern, right? From the information given below, help the intern to administer right doses to each patient, which is a noble thing to do. You can save some lives. So let's see. On a given day, 4 married couples were admitted to the ICU, namely A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. See, set is not difficult, and if you give time to this set, each one of you can solve it. But the correct method is very important. The correct method is very important to solve these kind of sets. What you need to do is not to lose patience and try to use all the given information one by one. Do not panic and just keep using the information as you can do, and then later analyze. So let's see how do we do this. Direction is not mentioned, so we will, by default, we will take this, all of them are facing towards the center. So it said A, D, E, F are males, rest are females. So let's write it down. Males A, D, E, and F, and females are, so females will be B, C, G, and H, right? Now, it says each patient was prescribed a replacement form from among 25, 28, 30 ml per kg, not necessarily in the same order. Okay. Now, any couple does not get the same doses and are neither adjacent nor opposite to each other. This is very important. You just need to remember that if we talk about any couple, they are not sitting opposite or adjacent to each other. Okay. And they are not getting the same doses. All right, like same quantity of doses, 25, 28, 30. Now A, who was prescribed 30 ml per kg, so let's write it down. A, 30 ml per kg, was opposite to C. Okay, so A is here, C is here. was opposite to C, while E, who was prescribed 28 ml per kg, so E was prescribed 28 ml per kg, was opposite to G. So E is opposite to G. Let's write it down. E and G are opposite. E and G are opposite. Okay. Now, was opposite to G. E's spouse was prescribed 25 ml per kg. So E's spouse, it's 25 ml per kg. Okay, just follow the method. Just if you are solving this in between, just stop there and try to follow the method. It's very important that you see how I solve it. Okay, and then try to follow it in your mocks or while you are practicing or in the exam. Okay. Now, while each spouse was prescribed 25 ml per kg. H is married to F. H is married to F. While D, who was not prescribed 25 ml, so D is not prescribed 25 ml, is not married to G. So D और G couple नहीं है. Let's write down not G. B, who was prescribed 30 ml, was to the immediate left of C. So immediate left of C. This will be our left and this will be our right. So B is here. Who is getting 30 ml? A is already, we know, getting 30 ml. And also to the immediate right of the spouse of C. So C is spouse. Let's write down here C is spouse. B is immediate right of C is spouse, right? Okay. Now it says none of the 4 males received IV replacement lower than 28 ml per kg. So either F will be 28 or 30. And similarly, D will also be 28 or 30. While there is one male patient between B and their spouse. B and their spouse. So we already know that C is a female. So C's spouse must be male. So B and B's spouse. This will be B's spouse. Whoever he is, this guy will be B's spouse. Okay. A's spouse receives a replacement of 28 ml per kg. A's spouse. So A's spouse cannot be here, right? Cannot be here. A's spouse can be here or here, right? Let's see. A's spouse receives a replacement of 28 ml per kg. So A's spouse 28 ml per kg. And same as that of F's spouse. Who is F's spouse? H. So H is getting 28 also. Can we say F must be getting 30 only? Because no male is getting less than 28 ml. So F will be 30. Who are next to each other? Who are next to each other? Which two are next to each other? A's spouse and F spouse. A's spouse and F spouse are next to each other. Now see, what we have is F and H left. So if G is somewhere, let's say if G is somewhere, so F and H cannot be here because these two are, whenever these two will be, they will be at least alternate. The only place left for F and H is here. F or H, H or F. Hence, G will be here. Tell me, till now, if this is clear to all of you guys, A's spouse. Okay, one second. We don't know who is A's spouse for now. Okay, for now we don't know. So, can we say B's spouse, A's spouse cannot be G. A का spouse G नहीं हो सकता. One second. This is to whoever this guy will be. Okay, we need to find who is A's spouse. Now, D spouse is not G. Who can be D's spouse? Either C or B, right? Either C or B. Now think where we can put D. Where we can put D? Either we can put D here or we can put D here, right? Here or here. What do you think? It says E and G are on opposite side. E and G are on opposite side. Where do you see? Only opposite thing left is here. This part is only left for opposite. Now E or G. E is a male. E is a male. So E cannot be A's spouse. So only G is left. We need to put E or G here. If I put E here, G here, so it will be a little what we can say, C's spouse and A's spouse. Yeah, E and G opposite side, correct. So we can straight away put E here and G here. And what's left? B's spouse is left. So we already know that A and G will be spouse, E and C will be spouse. So only option left is B and D. So D will be B's spouse. And the set is done. Yeah, A and G will be couple. So we have everything which is given in the set. Now let's put the rest of the information. It's given that A's spouse is C, who is getting 25 ml. A's spouse getting 28 ml. So this will be 28. F or H, we already know this. If required, we can use this, right? And rest is done. About D, we don't know. About D, we don't know if it is 28 or 30. This is unknown. Okay. About E, what we can say? E is already 28. So we know this already. Okay. Now we can move to the question and solve them straight away. It says the spouse of which person has an IV infusion of 25 ml per kg. So only C is with 25. C is spouse of E. So our answer is A. The transfusion amount is same for which of the following? Which of the following? A weighing 80 kg, C weighing 70 kg. A weighing 80 kg. So 80 into 30 is to C is 25. So 70 into 25. These are not equal, right? So this is not true. This should be same. Okay. B weighing 50 kg, C weighing 60 kg. B, we know that B is getting 30 ml dose per kg. So it will be 50 into 30 is to C is getting 25, 60 into 25. This is 1500, this is 1500. So these two are getting equal doses. Hence B is the correct answer. Okay. आयान नो डी का 28 होगा, ऐसा कहीं नहीं लिखा हुआ है. डी और बी कपल है ना. ओके यस डी और बी कपल है. बी इज गेटिंग 30, सो डी विल गेट 28. करेक्ट यस डी विल गेट 28. Okay, now it says C weighing 80 kg. Oh, this we can avoid now. We already got the correct answer. Question number 13. What is the transfusion amount for the spouse of D who weighs 80 kg? Spouse of D is B. B is getting 30 ml per kg. So 80 into 30, it will be 2400 ml. Who among the following is adjacent to A? Adjacent to A is, it could be H, F, or B's spouse, who is D. So it says which of the among the following. Okay, which among the following. So in these, D is the correct answer. Okay. So I hope the method is clear to you guys, that how to solve a set, how to use the information. Okay. Okay, any doubt, guys? Is the method clear? Is the method clear? Method should be clear, the approach should be clear. Okay, without that you will always struggle solving LRDI set. Doesn't matter how many sets you have practiced at home, doesn't matter. Okay, I know students who gave like 40 marks, which is insane, and they are getting like 5 questions correct in LRDI section, which is also insane. Like, why we are writing 40 marks? क्या मतलब है उसका? If you are, that means you are definitely not going in the right direction. Okay, 10 to 12 marks were enough. Just like that, try to give 2 marks, but you should be thorough with all the questions, all the sets. Okay, so that you can solve them in one go. So for that you need to have all the strategy clear, all the approach clear, the right way. Okay, practice is not good enough, guys. All right. Sanket, snap is a little bit easier than this. Okay, guys, so once again, if you are thinking of OMET exams, we have already started with this, but not much. We have lots of time for IFT, and for that we have whole month, right? So you can join us and you can prepare, okay, and improve your chances to get selected in your dream college. All right, so just go to www.iQuanta.in and contact us. So that's it for today, guys. I will try to take more public sessions whenever required. All right, let me know your feedback, how much you liked it, did you get anything to learn. Thank you, good night.